What's going on, YouTube? Team Movies here. Now, here's my opening slash streaming segment where I talk about the films that are or TV shows that are coming out this week, whether it be a theater, streaming, etc. All right. Now, the first major film release coming out this week, we of course got Halloween Ends. Now, this is supposed to be the final chapter of the Halloween franchise, which let's be real, if the movie comes out, it's a hit. We'll be seeing Michael Myers on screen again. I mean, whether this might be the last film for Jamie Lee Curtis as Laurie Strode, but I guarantee you we will see Michael Myers again. So, yeah, just like Jurassic World Dominion, they're saying that's the final summit. We're, of course, getting more. So, same except for this. But anyway, now, if you guys don't know much about the story of Halloween Ends, 4 years after her encounter with mass killer Michael Myers, Laurie Strode is now living with her granddaughter and trying to finish her memoir. Myers hasn't been seen since, and Laurie finally decides to liberate herself from rage and of fear and embrace life. However, when a young man stands accused of murdering a boy that he was babysitting, it ignites a cascade of violence and terror that forces Laurie to confront the evil she can't control. So, yeah, I mean, I'm definitely excited for this one. I mean, I have really enjoyed the last two Halloween films, and the Halloween movies sort of hold a place in my heart. So I'm definitely looking forward to check out this new one, see how they're gonna wrap Laura Show's story up. So should be interesting. So, all right, now other films we got coming out this week. We got the Emma Till story called Till, which is a true story of Mammy Till Mobley, who and her relentless pursuit of justice for her son Emmett Till, who was brutally lynched in 1955 while visiting his cousin in Mississippi. Now, the trailer for this looks intriguing, but this is probably going to be those movies that you probably could just watch just once and that will be it. Just the subject matter is very disturbing, and it's very heartbreaking. So I'm definitely interested to check this film out. Daniel Dewa looks really great in this. It's from the same director of Clemency, which I know was really good. So I'm definitely looking forward to check this one out when it premieres. All right. We also got an H.4 film called Stars at Noon, where a young American journalist played by Margaret Qualley is stranded in pursuit the present day Niagara Falls, not Nicaragua Falls. Falls for a enigmatic English and played by Joe Elwyn, who seems like her best chance of escape. She soon realizes, though, that he may be even in greater danger than she is. Now, this is directed by Claire Dennis, who also directed Robert Pattinson film called High Life a couple years ago, which speaking of A24, this does look really intriguing. You also got Benny Safdie's also in this, John C. Reilly. Margaret Qualley is a really cool actress. Joe Helen, I think, is a really cool actress too. So I'm definitely looking forward to check this one out this way. All right, now we got a couple of Hulu films premiering. One actually just premiered this week, which I haven't really seen yet. I'm gonna probably see pretty soon. Is a horror film called Grim Cuddy about a suburban teen girl and her little brother must stop a terrifying internet meme that brought to life by the hysteria of their parents. And I've been hearing some mixed stuff about, so I'll definitely give this one to go whenever I get a chance to. It does look really creepy. I mean, I'm just hoping this is not another Slender Man, because the last time they did a horror film based on a meme, we had Slender Man. So, yeah, hopefully this will be a better version of Slender Man, but shall I say. All right. Also on Hulu, we got a Romeo and Juliet based film called Rosaline, which is a comedic retelling of Shakespeare's Romeo and Juliet, told from the point of view of Romeo's jilted ex, Rosaline, the woman Romeo first claimed to love before he fell for Juliet. Now, this does star Kate Dever, who I'm sort of a fan of. I mean, I always liked her on Last Miss Saying. She's always been great in stuff like Short Term 12, Dope Sick. She was great in. So Just her and anything, I'll definitely give a watch to. She's also in that new George Clooney and Julia Roberts film, Ticket to Paradise. So nice month for her. But this does look like it could be really interesting to check out. So I'll give this one a go. All right, now on Netflix, we got the new comedy, the new horror family comedy called The Curse of Bridge Hollow, which stars Marlon Wayans, and it's about a man and his daughter who must team up to save their town after an ancient and mischievous spirit causes Halloween decorations to come to life and wreak havoc. And this actually does look really fun. I mean, nice to see nice to see Marlon Wayans, back to the horror comedy. Of course, he's been best known for like the scary movie films, so this is pretty cool to see. You also have the girl who plays Erica from Stranger Things is also in there. So I'm definitely looking forward to check this one out. Looks fun, entertaining. Although it is directed by Jeff Waller, who his last two films, Truth or Dare and Fantasy Island, was not all that great. So that has been a little worrisome. But I mean, he did do kick ass too, so I'll give him that. But shall see how good this thing shapes up. All right, we also got a Park Chan Wook film called The Decision to Leave, where a detective investigating a man's death in the mountains ends up meeting and developing feelings for the dead man's mysterious wife in the course of his Dodge Slimming. Now, Park Chan Wook, you might know, directed movies like The Original Old Boy, Sympathy, Mr. Vengeance. So he's done some really cool, crazy films. To me, I always call him like the Korean Quentin Tarantino. His films definitely has a bit of Quentin Tarantino vibe at times. So I'm definitely intrigued to check this one out on premieres. All right. We also got a film called Old Man, where after a lost hiker stumbles in the cabin of an eccentric old man, it becomes clear that one of them is hiding a terrifying secret. Now, this does star Stephen Lang, so Stephen Lang playing another bad guy. I mean, he was great in Don't Breathe. I love him in Avatar. So Stephen Lang is always great playing the bad guy. So I cannot wait to see him in this. It's premiering online, so I'll probably give that one to go. All right, got another horror film called The Curse, which stars Mina Savari, Meg Foster, and it's where like Ellie is asked by a family friend played by Mina Savari to look after an elderly woman played by Meg Foster living in a remote cabin for a few days. She agrees, but soon discovers there is a demon hiding in the woman just wanting to break free. Boy, between X, American Carnage, what is it with this year with old people wanting to be creepy? Yeah, I mean, are they trying to tell something or what? But man, this looks really intriguing. I do like Maybe Safari, who's obviously I've always been a fan of ever since like stuff like American Pie, American Arena. But she, of course, she was in American Beauty as well. I mean, she's been in some not so great stuff lately, like that. I'm not sure. Like that Nicole Brown's sister film she did a couple years ago. That what the heck was that? But I don't know. This could be interesting to say. All right, now this is literally the actual title of the film, so take that for granted. So, uh, we literally got a movie out this week, simply called Bitch Ass. Now this does star Tony Todd. It stars a guy who plays Cedric the Entertainer's oldest son in The Neighborhood. Now, here's what this horror comedy is about. A gang of intentions goes wrong when a group of four recruits break into a house of horror. As they're all forced to play deadly games for their lives, win and you live, lose and you die. So this actually looks really intriguing. I mean, um, the whole game type stuff looks cool. The slasher stuff looks interesting. I mean, I'm of course getting a bit of a bias by his bodies feel to the shoe, so there's as well. But yeah, I'm definitely intrigued to check this one out. All right, now we got a French horror movie called Piggy, where Sarah, who is an overweight teen who witnesses a stranger kidnap a clique of girls who bully her on a regular basis. When police are asking questions, Sarah keeps quiet as she's torn between revealing the truth or protecting the man who saved her. And this actually premiered at Sundance like earlier this year, and this looks this looks crazy. Looks very gory, very bloody. I mean, it is a French horror film, so I gotta say, I definitely intrigued to check this one out. So it could be interesting there. All right. Also got another horror comedy called The Loneliest Boy in the World, which is a satire and celebration of family values, of the imaginary of horror films, of suburban life, of the American dream, and the ultimate taboo. So yeah, this is pretty much someone. It's pretty much more like this kid who is very lonely and stuff. Decides to dig up a couple of body parts and create them as a friends. So yeah, this is pretty much like a zombie based comedy, and it looks really intriguing to see. So could be cool there. All right. We also got a film called Accident Man, Hitman's Holiday, which is a follow to the Accident Man franchise here, where like the Accident Man, played by Scott Adkins, is back, and and this and this time is back, and this time he must best the top assassin in the world to protect the ungrateful son of a mafia boss, and save the life of the only friend and rekindle his relationship with with his maniac father figure. And now Scott Atkins, he is a beast. I mean, this dude's a really cool action star. So I haven't really seen the Ice Man movies, but I have heard some cool stuff about them. So maybe I should check them out. I mean, I never really knew where to find those, to be honest. Here, but yeah, I like Scott Atkins, so it could be cool to say. Anyway, we also got a movie called Game of Love, which stars Bella Thorne. And here's what it's about. In Game of Love, it follows Vivian, played by Bella Thorne, and Roy, played by Benjamin Mascolio. As their love story continues and leads them to Roy's childhood home in Silky, to prepare for the sale of the family estate. During the visit, a mysterious woman arrives and befriends Vivian. Much to Roy's displeasure, tensions build and lines from Roy's past force the couple to face aspects of the relationship they did not know exist. Now, Bella Thorne, sometimes she could be a hit and miss as an actress, so there's that. But I don't know, this could be interesting to see. But the trailer did not really do much for me, so maybe it could be a surprise. Who knows? All right, we got a movie called Summer Fever, which is like a survival film starring Ron Felipe, where a young English mountaineer is lured into the Alps by his friend to help him conquer the Big Three, the Matterhorn, the Eiger, and Mount Blanc over the summer. Despite witnessing fatalities while ascending the first two peaks, they preserve onto the final climb, unaware of a deadly storm brewing on the other side of the mountain. So, boy, that doesn't sound like a cliffhanger at all. Could be interesting. I mean, Ralph Felipe, he's another actor who could be a hit and miss once in a while, but I don't know. Maybe this could be interesting. So who knows? All right. Also got some film called Cat Days, where like a heartwarming portrait of eight men whose lives have changed by their feline friends as they navigate the challenges of 2020. Could be interesting right there. I mean, this looks very heartfelt. I just saw like the preview for this, and looks like it could be really cute and charming. We also got another film called The Same Storm, which was filmed using iPhones and laptops during the early days of the pandemic. And The Same Storm is the intimate look at the lives of 24 characters as they journey through the spring and summer of 2020, with lockdowns and looming elections, and as key backdrops. The film explores the necessity of human connection, family, love, and the ability to find empathy during a fraud and unendable time. Now, some of the cast members also includes the likes of Sandra Oh, Mary Louise Parker, Ryu Castillo, Moses Ingram, Allison Pill, John Gallagher Jr., and many others. So yeah, this actually looks really intriguing. I mean, of course, ever since like the pandemic happened, we have been having lots of movies that took place during it. Whether it's like horror, whether it's dramatic stuff. So I don't know. This could be interesting to check out too. So could be cool. All right, now a couple of the TV shows premiering On Netflix, we got the anime called Chainsaw Man. As a young boy, he inherits his father's death from the Yakuza upon his father's death. After meeting the Chainsaw Devil, Puch- Puchita, he becomes a devil hunter in an attempt to clear his debt. The Yakuza kills him, and Pochita becomes his heart, setting his contract with Denji, who is to live his dream of a normal life. And top it off, he literally has a body part as a chainsaw. So this actually looks really bloody, by the way. I mean, I don't really watch as much anime as I should, but I should probably give this one a go. It actually does look intriguing, so could be cool, I guess. All right, on Peacock, which I actually just saw one episode. I'm gonna finish up the second a little later. We of course got the Barney the Dinosaur documentary called "I Love You, You Hate Me," which follows Barney the Dinosaur's furious reaction and what he says about human need to hate something in American society was broken and never came back, or is it just who we were all along? So, long story short, this is pretty much a movie, like a documentary series about how Barney was created and stuff, and about the hate that went through it. I'm gonna do my review for this when I finish the next episode, but man, I mean, poor guy, like poor creator and poor stars kept getting death threats because of this of Barney. I mean, oh boy, I'm not gonna lie, I used to watch Barney as a kid. I don't really anymore, but still, I don't know. This world, like, of course, this thing came around time like before, the age of social media, but still, man, I gotta do my review for this when I finish it. But crazy, crazy documentary so far. All right, on now on Amazon's platform of Freevee, we got Showcore High School, which is a story about finding your own identity, a journey made even more complicated when you have a twin whose own struggle and self-discovery so closely mimic your own. Told through a backdrop of 90s grudge and rave culture, the series weaves between parallel and discordant memories of twin sisters growing up down the hall from each other. Now, this series is actually it's actually based on the teen life of famed singers Tegan and Sarah, who are really good singers here. And this looks really intriguing. You got Kobe Smulders is in this, so looks like a really interesting high school based series. Check it out. I mean, it definitely has lots of nostalgia factors, like nice nostalgia stuff. So could be a intriguing check out. And last but not least, Ryan Murphy is at it again with a new show called The Watcher, where a family moves into their dream home only to be plunged by anonymous letters, strange neighbors, and sinister threats. Now, this does star Bobby Cannavale. You got Naomi Watts, Jennifer Coolidge, another interesting show by Ron Murphy. I mean, Ron Murphy has done some really intriguing shows like Glee, American Horror Story, American Crime Story. Of course, he just had the Jeffrey Dahmer series that just premiered, which I thought was really intriguing. He actually has a new season of American Horror Story premiering this month. So, nice couple of weeks for Ron Murphy. I mean, yeah, Ron Murphy's just he's pretty much everywhere nowadays. But this does actually look really intriguing. So, I'll definitely check this one out when it premieres. But that's pretty much all that's premiered this week. Let me list you guys. Which of these films or shows are you interested in? Are you even interested in Halloween? And Till, are you even interested in I Love You, You Hate Me? Drop comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell for notification. This is him signing out.